Hi everyone. Now earlier I said that I was going to do a review on Little Blooms. Now you've also heard reviews on them before, but this one's going to be with a difference. Okay, well, as you heard in other videos, they're good or they're bad, whatever. Okay, with me they're good. Okay, this has got bunnies on. I love it so much. And it comes with its own insert. The price does vary if you get it off of Amazon. The price does vary about the inserts. Or, no, sorry, on the nappy. Because it depends on the inserts. Okay, if you get bamboo, it's more expensive. Okay. But if you get mark fab, it's a little bit cheaper. But if you also get just a nappy by itself, that's going to be the cheapest you're ever going to get. So I got mine with 2 microfiber inserts. So I thought, well, I can use one for that nappy. I can use one for a nighttime nappy or whatever. But I used them, but first I used them both and they lasted quite a bit. So that was quite good. And so I got 2 of those. And I actually pulled this off the drying rack. Okay, but the reason why I did it is because I wanted to show you. And I know it's been all day since my last video, but I wanted them to dry a bit first. They're not fully dry, they're more like damp at the moment, apart from this other nappy I've got on my lap, but I'll show you that in a minute. So that's the nappy. Now I have to say, this nappy, there's no difference to the Panda Baby or Mummy Hug, that I don't find any difference at all. Okay, because it's got the part for the insert, still inside. I'd say it's soft, but I don't think it's like the same feel as Mummy Hug and Panda Baby. I think it's not as like soft as theirs. I don't think it's as soft as theirs. So that's one difference it has, but other than that, it's no difference at all between this Panda Baby and Mummy Hug. No difference at all. So if you're one of those people who think, oh, expensive is the best, well, wrong. You don't have to go out there, get all these expensive brands, because they might not work for your baby, and you might think, oh, the cheaper brands actually work. If I were you, just test them all out first. Don't go out there straight for the expensive brands, okay? Because if you feel like, oh, I'm going to sell them now because they don't work for my baby, you can't sell them for that same price, can you? Whereas, because you have to reduce the price down. Whereas if you get something that's cheap, you can actually sell it for either the same price, because it came cheap anyway. So that's that. So there you go. This comes with that little insert to go with it. I'd say the Little Blooms insert, I'd say it's the same as Panda Baby and Mummy Hug, to be quite honest. I think the only difference is this is bleached white. That's the only difference. The other ones are white, but it's like not bleached white. So you know what the difference is. And that's that. Okay, now another nappy. Okay, I know I didn't mention this in like my other videos about me doing this one, but I did forget about it. It was in the wash. Okay, and it's a bamboo. A Tots nappy. It's Tots bamboo nappy, or whatever you like to call it. Okay, this is bamboo. It doesn't have a waterproof part to it or anything. You have 2 parts, 2 of these. So you have this here, and these 2 parts here, this is the inside. These 2 parts here, they snap onto the little tongue thing. So you know, like the other Tots nappies in my previous video. Okay, it's basically the same but different. It's another bamboo part that you snap onto there, and then you just stick it here, like in there, like that. You can't snap it here, it's just this side. So snap it up at the front. There it is. There you go. And I have to say it has a bit more elasticity around the waist. So it can actually go right all the way around like that. It can sometimes overlap to like that side, and that can go to that side as well. So that's how good that is. But I have to say I did use it for a night nappy for about a couple of months, and then it was like it's not working as a night nappy now. It's starting to go through to this one because of how much he's weeing now. So I thought I'm using it as a day nappy now. And this is the cover. Okay, it's a very good cover. It's definitely suitable for this type of nappy. Okay, but the only downfall of it is that you can't actually use it for a number of nappies, because as you got this side here, okay, on the inside of this, so you can see that this side here has the waterproof part. This side is the fabric part, so you can't wipe it clean or anything. Once you've used this, okay, you have to put them both in the nappy bin, okay, and be done with it until you use them again. That's the only downfall of it. You can't reuse it, okay, excuse me, sorry, unless you catch it on time, which means you'd have to calculate how long it will take before the wee gets through to this part here. And in my case, this will probably be a few hours or so. But it is also good if you want to air out your little baby's bits as well. Because think about it, it's all airy and that. So if I went to do that, I can actually feel the air coming through on my hand on this side. So yeah, I can feel it on this side now. So it gives you a rough idea. So that, I think, well, it's good, but I use it as a day nappy. I don't use it as a night nappy. And I got this as a freebie with the pop-in nappies from Real Nappies. So, and I can't remember if I said this in my other video, that if you go to your local council or contact the company about that you can actually have a free starter pack. Well, that's how I got these and that. So, and it's free. You don't have to return it or anything. It's yours, done with. And you only get a little bit. You don't get like a whole 15 lot. You have probably about 7 or 10. You probably get some tot spots and free pop-ins. That's basically what you'll get. And a pop-in is that. So, which I don't use for the pop-in nappies. I use it as a insert for my other nappies. Okay. Now this other one I like to talk about is not a nappy. I use it as an insert, and it's another Muslim square, but this particular one is from the pound shop. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's okay with just looking at it. It's see-through. It isn't actually stretchy, and you can actually see the actual pattern on it if you have good eyesight. I can see it on here anyway, and it doesn't feel like the other Muslim tags you get, the expensive ones that you get. But I have to say, I don't have any downfalls on this. Probably the feel and all that, but it's only an insert. And I have to say, I don't have any problems with this at all. I use it as an insert. I put it in with the washcloth, and it goes straight through the night like the others do. It has the same absorbency as the other Muslim squares. So if you're sort of people that like to go out cheap like me, okay, then technically, and you're starting off cloth nappies and you bought some cloth nappies and you don't have any inserts, go pound shop, buy a ton of these, buy some washcloths. No more trouble with inserts. You don't have to go out buy an expensive brand and that. Okay, so we'll buy so much. sure, or buy something expensive. Just go pound shop, buy these. It works the same way. So yeah. And with my other muslin towels that do stretch, when I take them out the wash, I have to stretch them before I put them on the drying rack, literally, because they actually crease up. And if you don't stretch them out, okay, and you fold them up, they're not going to be as big as you want them to be. So stretch them out once you pull them out the washing machine and put them on the drying rack. And then once they're all dry, stretch them out again because they will crease up again. But if you leave it until they're completely dry, you're going to have so much, you're going to keep wanting to stretch it out to get that actual shape that you want it to be at, because it will crease up so much that you're going to have to keep doing it, and you probably do it for about 5-10 minutes. Trust me, I've made that mistake. Never again. Okay, I just got used to the fact, oh, bring it out, stretch it, put it on there, bring it out, stretch it, put it on there. Done. I do it with all of them. I make it a habit. And I have to say, I've been doing this since my son was 10 months. And I have to say, I have not found it annoying doing the inserts or cloth napping. I have not found it annoying whatsoever. I've always found it exciting because I've always thought to myself, well, how much money have I saved? So much money, because I was like spending so much money on his nappies. I was thinking to myself, this is ridiculous now. Oh, I'm spending so much money. I barely have any money by the end of it. And I can't believe that I don't have to spend any more money. And I feel sorry for the people that don't use cloth nappies myself, because I think to myself, well, they don't actually know how much money they're spending and how much money I'm saving. And I have to say, yeah, that you can have the average. I'm not going to say what the average is because I don't know. Okay, but the thing is, every person's different. They just bring it down to an average. It might actually be more than that, actually, but because population grows all the time, every day. Okay, they can't have an average per year, can they? So I don't bother with average, how much I'm spending. I know that I've probably spent over £1,000 on disposable nappies until from birth to 10 months. But I do know that I've actually spent, I do know I've only saved so much money. Okay, I think the maximum I spent on my nappies is probably £60. Probably. Because of the new nappies I got. And also I have got some training pants for him as well. Cloth training pants. So I have to say that I'm happy that I've saved so much money. And if you're new to all this, then if you put in a comment below about how to do something, how to start and that, well, I can just do a video on that for you. And hey presto. And I'll say how I started and that. I think I've already said it, but if you haven't seen it, then no, I will do another one for you. So yeah. So like I said, remember, little blooms are the same as Mummy Hug and Panda Baby. The only difference is that the feel inside this isn't as soft as them. And yeah. And so yeah, bamboo and pound shop ones. They're really good, trust me. So same absorbency, lasts for such a long time, and it's hard to believe that my son's such a heavy wetter and yet these last him throughout the whole night. So it's really good. Okay, well, I'll see you all later. I'll see you tomorrow. In 2 days I'm going to do a video on the washing the nappies, okay, and what I use and put them in and that. And then yeah, and I'll probably surprise you what video I have tomorrow. Okay, see you tomorrow. Bye.